You guys are probably thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't believe in demonic shit. I don't believe in Harry Potter, Zherka. And yeah, I know it's hard to swallow, but look at the most powerful people in history. They were never scientists. They always, without question, they always practiced black magic. Every single one of them. Hitler, black magic. Jack Parsons. Just search up occult. So he was killed because the OTO didn't want people to know that he used black magic to figure out how to design an the wiring to make a rocket and all that. The guy's a fucking genius because he's talking to the same gods that gave Plato gnosis. Right? He's biting from the apple. Again, this is a lack of faith in your creator when you need to make demonic pacts. And let's look at Aleister Crowley, which is a 33-degree Freemason. That's interesting. What the fuck does Freemasonry have to do with witchcraft? And as you can see, Crowley first homosexual experience, it popped up. Clearly, I'm interested. All right. And look how he signed his signature. Baphomet. With the Masonic Baphomet sigil. Again, he has a twin-headed eagle, which represents the yin-yang, solar, lunar, dark, light. Basically the wizard's tools. And they like to pretend this is like a free will thing. Now, this guy was a 33-degree Freemason. And you gotta ask yourself, what the fuck is he known for? Why is he so famous? Well, he has poetry talking about drinking vomit as he's having sex on crack and heroin. And it's so easy to dismiss this dude and say, yeah, he was just cool with the royal family by accident, according to destiny. He's just cool with the royal family by accident, Zherka. It's not that he's known for the book of lies. Really? It's not his Egyptian and Hellenistic practices. This man was now, I'm not trying to be offensive. One in the chat if you want me to talk about homosexuality. And I don't want to give my opinions. I just want to read from this dude. I just want to read what he said. This isn't like, I don't get excited to go tell my gay friends, hey man, I got some news for you, okay? I don't get, this is not, I'm 28, like I think of my own life, dude. Okay? But one in the chat if you guys want me to talk about some controversial shit. Let me just take a piss. I saw a nice guy in chat say, well, why are you asking? I'm asking because I talk about this a lot. You know, I think every stream this guy gets mentioned. And yo, be honest, is this stream good right now? I know I'm going slow. I know I'm tired, but be honest. Should I drink some of this pre-workout? How schizo is this stream looking? I've never done it with picture format. I think it's less schizo with pictures. But I don't know, okay? I'm just trying to look cool right now. All right. Because I don't want to talk about Alex Jones and reptilians, which there's a little truth to the reptilian thing. There's like 5% truth. I'm going to show you. I'm going to blow your mind with that one. Actually, when I explain it, it's going to be like 100% reptilian. But I'll explain in a sec, okay? All right. One in the chat. I don't mean to offend my gay buddies. I don't mean to offend gay people. But this man you're looking at, Aleister Crowley, who practices the royal art of Freemasonry. It's called the royal art. What else is called the royal art? Google that. It's witchcraft. This black magician was strictly heterosexual his whole life. Was not interested in men. And from a young age, he was being trained in masonry. He figured out that the start of his... And I can't be a dad and tell a story. This is so gay. All right. Listen to me, son. He figured out that his dark powers awakened for the first time after his first gay experience. And he wrote about it. Yeah, Google that. Just fact check me so it's more interesting for you, like if you're on your PC. After his first gay experience, he said the serpents rose, meaning the fire up his spinal column. And he didn't want to engage with men, but he loved the new powers. Yeah, his power level went up. And you're like, how much could he have loved it, John? Well, he did a spell, a love potion, right? And remember, the alchemists and chemists are pretty much drug dealers. It's the same shit. And he would get bitches to suck his dick by giving them love potions, certain incantations. And if you don't believe in incantations, you already do. It's called hypnosis. You already understand thoughts can have certain patterns inflicted onto you, right? And we've seen this a million times. This is way higher level though. So basically, he tries... Well, he pretty much uses black magic. And what is the definition of black magic? It's bending nature towards your will. There's like a million different definitions, but I'm going to use that one because I think even Freemasons would say, Zherka, that's not that bad. But there's a better one I have. I just don't remember it. So anyways, he gets a man to fall in love with him. And he follows the Eastern Star, right? He goes all the way in the east to practice yoga in the desert, where he can practice his, I'll call it Christ consciousness, Brahmic splendor, universal being, one with everything, individual divinity, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Basically, he wants to play God. And so he started fucking anally in the desert. I shit you not. And I'm going to clean it up just in case my cousin like jumps in chat or whatever. He starts doing that kind of stuff non-stop all day, 20 times a day. And he's not just practicing sex magic, meaning strong intention before you ejaculate. Don't, if you focus on something you want, it's kind of like staring at an eclipse and making a wish, which is a prayer. All right, be careful with that. Same with sex. We had that girl on my podcast who tried to fuck me, and she said that when she's rubbing her pussy and she's about to come, she thinks of money. I said, damn, we got a lot in common. And then she said to me, she's like, we do? You think of that when you stroke your dick? And I go, no, when I rub your pussy. You gotta get turned on, right? She wasn't doing it for me. But anyways, the moral of the story is, it's a bad thing to use your generative energy, right, to make life, to use it for a material purpose, right? And I don't know if that girl got rich or if she was distracted double clicking her mouse, but God bless her. And definitely left the bitch on red. Yeah, I definitely left her on red. Another one. Because I'm weird. I look into this stuff a lot, and so I can't just give my seed to anyone. Because I know if I fuck around, God will just be like, all right, get Zherka pregnant. Fuck this shit. Now that men can do that. I just know if I fuck around at my age too much, I'm going to eat the real story. Hey, Chad, I'm pregnant. Like, the really bad story. My bad, guys. And that's going to sting. So, yeah. And at 28, there's this, I get horny from not watching porn. You know what I mean? So I just know I'll fuck up and I'll be like, oh, I hit the bitch raw. It's going to sound weird, but no woman has ever asked for a condom before fucking me. And that's how I know, oh, they're winning, I'm losing. Because you're a hot chick and I want to wear a condom. Like, what the fuck? That's backwards, bro. So that's how I know they've always taken from me. I haven't taken from them. And but then I got satanic, I spent a long time just fucking throats, man. That's vicious shit. People say, oh, I don't care if she comes, and then there's people like me who actually walk the walk. Well, sometimes it's poetry when she nuts, though. Sometimes if she's a cool girl and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, I think it's hotter when they don't nut and they suffer. They're like, fuck, I really want to get off, but he went to bed because he got his. I think that's hot. Like, I have better dreams. Isn't that weird? There's nothing gayer than pleasing a woman sexually. I mean, the only cool part about pleasing a woman in the bedroom, the only fun part, is the nasty shit you can say as soon as they're nutting. You can fucking tell her the truth in that moment, and she'll just nut harder. Right? I hate your mother. Anyways, I hate your father. I hate I hate your dog. I hate your cat. I hate I hate everyone in your life. Vaginas are psychic resonators. Yeah, well, they're portals, really. So I've got a whole lecture on vaginas. Is this stream going? Like, well, this chat's going fast, dude. You guys are pumped. Anyway, so back to it. Aleister Crowley, 33-degree Freemason, which pretty much means he gets his own fucking credit card to do whatever the fuck he wants. And he gets any job he wants. Like, I literally mean that, any job. Those guys you see that are called philanthropists, they don't actually have skills. They're put in that position. That's how great it is to be a part of the elite. Like, that's the one good thing. Like, have you ever seen a billionaire who has no skills and they just say that they're like, they're focusing on change, like just changing the world and really making a change? And you're like, what the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, it's because they have no skill set, because they're put in there by family or family friends who are a part of the group. And yeah, it's nepotism. There's a lot of people who are in jobs that they shouldn't be. They're not, but it's such a high level job, nobody really notices. Like, your work will get done. Don't worry about that. You're like above being fired. Anyways, so yeah, this guy, he's a 33-degree Freemason, and he's practicing, I guess he calls it sodomite sex practice, and that's when he becomes the most powerful black magician that's ever lived. And that's insane, because I mean, you got to remember how dark the Egyptians got, right? They got very evil, right? The Greeks, the Romans, yeah, it was bad. Aleister Crowley, he actually kills his partner and sacrifices him, and the police don't even investigate, because, believe it or not, the police, I mean, who puts the head of the police in that office? It's Freemasons. Again, remember, these people believe in fraternity over truth. That means they'll protect one of their homies over God. They'll choose their homie over God. Or if they don't, they get their tongues cut out and they get stabbed and fucked up and made an example of, like some fucking mafia. What are the Freemasons? The Freemasons, well, there's two sets of Freemasons. There's York Rite and Scottish Rite. And York Rite pretty much means at the highest level you have to swear on Christ and be a Christian. And the 33-degree Scottish Rite means you could practice any religion at the top. And really at the top, it's the same thing. They're both Knights of Templar. Obviously, the Scottish Rite is 1,000 times more powerful. That doesn't even have to be debated. And the Scottish Rite is more about religion, philosophy, and the York Rite is more about Christianity at the top. So a lot of Masons skip the last... The fuck? Someone save that child. Yeah. So some idiot in my chat, I swear your mom's a hoe. I swear your mom's a hoe. He said that's not true. I finished every single Masonic monitor, 1,000 pages of dogma, 1 year of reading 6 to 7 hours every other night for you to say that's not true. Your mother's the biggest hoe in this chat. Are you fucking stupid? Are you a fucking retard? Alright, ban him. Anyways, what was I saying? I feel like I could just pull up one video and debunk him. I can easily put a Master Mason talking about that right now, but I don't want to. I can even find the video fast, but I don't want to. It's a waste of time. Let's focus. Let's get serious. So the head chief of all police, whether UK, Australia, US, will always be a Freemason. No one else is allowed in that position. That's why, I mean, when the police were created in the UK, it was to protect banks. It wasn't even to protect people. Like, that's why police were made. Yeah, Google that. And go look at his hat. It's the Masonic checkerboard, the yin and yang, the solar, lunar, dark and light, Luciferian or Saturnian, black magic or white magic. Notice the G that stands for generative principle. Now look at this. Some people think the G stands for Grand Architect, which is what they call their god. Some people think the G stands for Sacred Geometry, which is by studying the stars and how they move. They make perfect sacred geometry when you follow them with a pencil, and you can make perfect spell circles to harness more energy. And the energy really comes through like a weaker form of prayer. I know prayer is stronger. It's deeper. These people are obsessed with the material world, right? They like money, power, and sin. They're sinners. I mean, they're called most worshipful master. In what religion can you be called a most worshipful master? And they all try and get through those degrees. When you say something out loud, that's not just sound vibrations. That's changing space and time. That's in the mental plane.